Hi everyone, Wayne Hall back again with indie comics you can get at your local shop. And this time I'm going to expand that a little bit because there's a book that ever since I got it has haunted me. And that's perfect for the Halloween season that we're in right now. Um, it's called Joker 1 One Operation Joker paperback. It came out in early September. This is what it looks like. And if it looks kind of in an anime style, it's because it is. The producer is Kodansha. And by the way, the names, I'm sure, the Japanese names and stuff, I'm just going to butcher. So right away, I apologize for that. It's also co-published by DC. So that I was hesitant to do this, but this book just gets me. And so I thought I would talk about it. It is written by Satoshi Miyagawa and illustrated by Kisuke Gatu. And once again, I'm sure I fractured all that good stuff. But let me read the description because this book is it's an amazing book. During a fight with the Joker, the Batman falls into a chemical vat that is supposed to be similar to the one that disfigured the Joker. Somehow it turns him into a baby. Who's going to take care and raise baby Batman? The Joker, that's who. I don't know about you, but yikes, I have to say. This book it freaked me out. There are some pages that are particularly bad. And I will say one thing, the anime oftentimes goes places where mainstream American comics really just can't. And believe me, this one does that. Here's where there's a fight between Batman and the Joker going on. Now, one thing I need to point out, of course, as an anime, you read anime backwards from American things. You start from the right and go to the left. So, like in this one here, you start up here and then you go to the right and go this way. So there's some pages you got to remember that because that's very important. And you also notice, by the way, that it's pretty much black and white, almost entirely, except for of course the cover. Cover is color, and it is a haunting story. And here's the back of the book. I think is really helpful. There's the Joker trying to get Bruce Wayne. Apparently, I would laugh if it's really not him. Somehow it's another baby, but what's going on is that. Now, why would the Joker do that? The Joker, of course, wants Batman around to prove just how bad, how the Dark Knight represents justice, and how justice is not something he believes in. So what he wants to do is he wants to raise Bruce Wayne again to be Batman, so that he can prove that he's wrong, that everything he stands for does not exist. And so that's what he's after. That's what he's trying to do with the creepy part about this whole business is the Joker trying to raise a son to be Batman. I don't know about you, but that creeps me out. And the interesting thing, of course, is that through this book we get to see like a henchman, Harley Quinn, and everybody get involved in the raising of Bruce Wayne, and he's still a young baby. And the Joker is trying to be a decent father, which it's now one thing I do want to point out. If you notice in the color right here, of course you don't notice it in the book so much. It's really only his face that is disfigured in this book. You can see he's got a pink throat and stuff like that, so one has to assume that it's really only his hair and his face that's been disfigured. And so he is, and of course, it's the child acting like a child, which I thought was quite funny. And there's just, the harder he tries to be a good father and to raise this child to be a good Dark Knight, it's just amazing to me. I honestly, I don't think an American writer could come up with this craziness, but there he is. He's getting ready to send him to school and all kinds of stuff there. So the Joker is having to be a legitimate father in order to raise a justice-loving Batman. And I don't know about you, but that just creeps me out. The better he is at it, the worse I like it. Because Joker being a father, right away that's a problem. I just don't think that's someplace good, and he's concerned about he can't get his child into nursery school. And so it's just an amazing story. It leaves me speechless at times because how amazing and how odd this is to watch him try to raise a child to be Batman. Creepy. Creepy. Now, there's 3 volumes of this at least that I know of. There may be more. If it gets bogged down in the parenting all the time, I would like it if little curveballs hit it every once in a while, so that the Joker is not necessarily very good at all this. So I think that would be a lot more fun than just having him continuing to be a parent constantly. But we'll see. I mean, the concept is really spooky to me, so I'm fascinated to see where they go with this. And again, it came out in early September. A lot of stores will often put these things on sidebars or side places so you can look at them. So if you can find it, again, it's in Amazon anyway. They call it Joker 1: One Operation Joker. And I think we'll go ahead and get right to the grading. The writing, like I said, if it gets bogged down in the parenting, I'm going to be less happy. But for the first issue, the whole concept and seeing the Joker decide to go with this and to deal with everything, I have to give it an A. Just an amazing thing. Now the art, of course, is black and white, as I showed. I am not really fond of the art, but it's the black and white tone does kind of fit things. I think that's pretty good, and so I give the art a B. It's very realistic, but of course the black and white kind of pulls me out of being totally realistic. But it's something. Again, of course, you got to read it backwards like original anime, so you have to keep that in mind over everything you're doing. So that's a little work. Now lettering. The lettering is usually really good. It's usually out of the busy parts. It's over on the side, which I particularly like. And you can tell sometimes if he's thinking or if he's speaking because it's not in the word balloon and stuff. So the lettering I thought was actually quite good. I would give this a B. Although you've got a great big word balloon and you only use small type to fit it, I would fill it more, because that's how it goes the whole time. It's every time somebody speaks, it's a little thing. So lettering again would be a B. Literary merit. Will people pick this book up 5-10 years from now and still find it interesting? I'd say yes. I would say a big yes on this one, because it still flummoxes me and it haunts me when I think about this book. And of course, I'm wearing my bat shirt to be in junction with that. And so literary merit, I would say that this is a good literary merit. I'd say it'd be A. Fun factor, you know me and fun factor. I rarely get. There's some really weird Joker actually taking care of a child stuff. I would give the fun factor a C at the most. And the overall grade, I just think this book, like I said, I can't stop thinking about it. It's just an amazing book that I think people are going to really enjoy for a long time. It's a very different move for the Joker. I didn't think the Joker would want to do that, but it makes sense that he wants to, if he has to, he'll create Batman in order to make the whole thing work. Yikes. That's all I can say. I don't relish the poor child. So that's it for this time. Again, it's Joker 1, One Operation Joker. And I hope you get to it, and it'll creep you out just in time for Halloween. So keep on reading your comics.